Welcome back to the Omaha News. We're back for another semester with a new staff of fresh reporters and stories. I'm Sam Murphy.
And I'm Aurelie Villard. Tonight we take a look into the farmers who do more than bring fresh produce to our city. Also, our reporters will show you how social media can affect a potential job. These stories right here and more on the Omaha News.
This is the Omaha News, presented by the School of Communication at the University of Nebraska at Omaha, from the studios of UNO Television.
The University of Nebraska-Omaha has welcomed the largest freshman class in school history, raising questions about where these students will be housed. The Archdiocese is collaborating alongside UNO to help relieve some of the problem. In the past, Catholic students at UNO have not had a place to call home, but after years of searching, students will have a place to live, study, and worship, all within the new St. John Paul Newman II Center. Jamie Schmitz shows us just how the center will benefit UNO.
A group of UNO Catholic students, with the help of a group called FOCUS, which stands for Fellowship of Catholic University Students, has been using St. Margaret Mary's Catholic Church across from campus for everything from Mass every Thursday and Sunday night to community night with board games. Spiritual Director Father Joe Taphorn is ready to move into the new building that can be called their home.
I think there's a real benefit in having a home, not just a physical home, but a spiritual home as well, a place that we can gather, a place we can have kind of the freedom, not just to have the events, but really to share life with.
Father Taphorn is thankful for everything St. Margaret Mary's has done to accommodate the students. St. John Paul II Newman Center, or JP2 Center, will have this space for the students, along with housing for everyone, including non-Catholic students. This may be the answer to UNO's housing shortage. Last year, over 250 students were put on the wait list for campus housing. UNO's Focus Residence Director Adam Ibarra says this will allow students to begin to discover who they are in a safe environment.
We want it to be, as John Paul II would do in his own life, just meet people where they're at and where they're living physically, spiritually, and just encounter them.
The $1.8 million purchase of 3.5 acres is near the university's Exarban campus.
Floyd Jones Construction is building the new JP2 Newman Center. Although construction is a little bit behind schedule, the center is still to open in fall of 2016. For the Omaha News, I'm Jamie Schmitz.
For more information on the JP2 Newman Center, visit jpiiomaha.org.
Police say the shooting near 70th and Blondo Streets that sent one man to the hospital Tuesday afternoon was self-inflicted. 21-year-old Keener Wynn initially told police that he was shot by an unknown assailant. Police say their investigation showed the man's description of what happened was not true. A man was hospitalized early Wednesday morning after a hit-and-run accident occurred near 79th Street and Benton Gardens Boulevard. The victim initially refused medical attention and was later admitted to the Nebraska Medical. Police are still investigating.
It's clear the social media scene has become more and more popular over the past few years, and there's no doubt that it's only going to continue to grow. Jessica Yurkowski has more about how social media can affect your big job hunt.
People are beginning to use social media to look and apply for jobs and build their brands online. Though a lot of us use social media to keep in touch with friends and family or to keep ourselves entertained, it's important today more than ever to use social media to our advantage.
JobVite released their 2015 employer survey where they look at employer social media use nationwide, and 92% of employers indicate that they use social media in the job search.
Katie Wessel is an academic and career advisor in the Academic and Career Development Center at UNO. She sees several students every day and teaches them how to utilize social media when looking for a career. The Academic and Career Development Center, here inside the FE Administration Building, tells us that employers are looking at social media, but what are they looking for?
You know, I'll see some inappropriate things that people post or obscene things. Obviously, you want to stay away from that. You don't want to offend people in your network. You want to keep it professional.
Lisa Tegmeyer works in human resources for a local financial services company and uses the company's social media accounts for recruiting efforts. Aside from posting things that can harm your job search, there is one big thing that you can do to help your profile tremendously.
Completely filling out their profile. I can't stress that enough. You know, if you put that you work somewhere and then you don't fill anything out besides maybe the dates of employment, doesn't really give me a lot to go off of.
With the Omaha News, I'm Jessica Yarkowski.
Other things that can help your social media game are being active on accounts, building up your network of connections, or even posting articles that interest profile visitors.
3 people faced charges after a confrontation in Glenwood, Iowa on Sunday. The fight involved Glenwood High School principal Richard Hutchinson and his stepson Harold Beecham. Officials say one man was shot and Beecham sustained injuries. Both men are receiving medical treatment. Police are searching for 33-year-old Tiffany Tresick, who vanished during a home robbery Tuesday morning. A suspect in a robbery has been identified as Terry Stafford and is in police custody. If you have any information about Tresick's whereabouts, call Crime Stoppers at 444-7867. Local farmers get together at the Omaha Farmers Market and distribute fresh produce and baked goods to their community. The Farmers Market, where you can find locally grown produce, baked goods, and miscellaneous items. Donna Welchert has been a vendor for 22 years.
Oh, when we first started, we sent one of our friends downtown with 2 little wicker baskets and 1 table. So that's a big difference. The size is just amazes me that how big it's gotten.
The Omaha Farmers Market has been going on for 5 seasons. Her stand is located in the middle of the market, and as you walk by, you can hear her friendly interactions with customers.
Let us know if you have any questions.
Over her 22 years, Donna has hand-picked all her produce to satisfy her customers with the best of the best.
I mean, we used to just grow a few of the normal vegetables that people grew, and now we grow all kinds of things I had never heard of before.
Donna believes what makes the farmers market in Omaha successful is
the atmosphere and the fact that these people that sell down here are all local, and they know that these farmers have worked hard to grow it right here.
Once the market comes to an end, all the vendors do something special to give back to the community.
The other thing that we do is we donate a lot of stuff to the Open Door Mission. All right, thanks. See you later. Have a great day, guys.
The Omaha Farmers Market is open until October 18th. For more information, you can visit omahafarmersmarket.com.
Coming up, why you don't want to be caught in Sarpy County after a drink or two.
And how immigrant students have to clear additional hurdles to attend college. You're watching the Omaha News on the Knowledge Network.
PBS is the place you should go first.
There are no advertisers to be satisfied, only an audience to be satisfied.
We take our responsibility as journalists very seriously. We are constantly thinking about our viewers and what they care about.
We want to let you know what the information is, and then you decide what you want to think.
At the News Hour, we are after the facts and only the facts.
You've always known you were a leader, someone who works hard to achieve your goals. You can see it. You can see your success in front of you. You pursue a college education for the old-fashioned reasons, to learn, to make yourself more valuable, to succeed. You need a place that celebrates your ambition and positions you alongside visionary people just like you. You, my friend, belong here, the University of Nebraska at Omaha.
UNO TV invites you to take a journey around the world, to lush jungles with endangered species, to exotic lands and different cultures, to lost cities beneath the sands. Travel through time to see ancient secrets on the other side of the world, the growth of the American West, or the start of Nebraska's largest city. Or just explore our state. Find out about Nebraska in World War II. Learn how Omaha has grown since. Discover the effort to renovate its green spaces, the history of one of its most impressive buildings, or look at its internationally recognized university. For over 20 years, UNO TV has produced award-winning documentaries that explore, educate, and enlighten. To find out more, call 402-554-2516 or visit unotv.unomaha.edu.
You're watching the Omaha News.
There are multiple layers on the debate on immigration. No one politician has been able to pinpoint a solution. With more on the discussion, here's Amber Lewis.
Some of them are actually a couple of students.
Immigration has been a topic of debate since the beginning of American history. UNO's Multicultural Department held a seminar on immigration at the Community Engagement Center. Julissa Arce was undocumented throughout college. She received a position on Wall Street with false citizenship papers.
I used those papers. I was never thinking I'm being civilly disobedient. I was thinking like I need to pay for college.
How far is too far, some might ask. Many students have and still are in the position that Arce found herself in. Programs at universities, like that of the Dreamers program, are put in place to assist students in these same situations.
The process of attaining citizenship in the U.S. can be extremely lengthy. UNO offers several different support systems in order to help students out during this stressful process.
Whether or not it is right for undocumented citizens to receive public education is the argument at hand. UNO alumni Armando Salgado believes in telling his story to empower others.
Bring that along to others and say, hey, I went through it, you're going through it, this is what I did, this is what she did. It might help you as a example of what maybe you should do or can use as a tool.
The debate on immigration has and continues to keep Americans on two opposing sides. With the Omaha News, I'm Amber Lewis.
For more information on the programs that help support immigration, please contact UNO's Multicultural Affairs Office at 402-554-2248.
A local bakery was hit by a pickup truck on Tuesday night. Brugger's Bagels on 127th and Center will not be serving coffee this morning with the new hole in the side of the building. Medics had to free the driver of the pickup and he was taken to a local hospital for further evaluation. Investigators say the man had been in an argument before the crash and the driver is expected to live. Drinking and driving is never a good idea. Omaha News reporter Matt Barrows joins us from the newsroom to tell us why you want to think twice before getting behind the wheel after drinking in Sarpy County.
Thanks, Sam. Mothers Against Drunk Driving says traffic deaths from intoxicated drivers has actually decreased in Nebraska over the last year, but Sarpy County is trying their best to continue that trend.
A DUI task force was created uniting the Sarpy County Sheriffs, Papillion, Bellevue, and La Vista Police Departments. La Vista Police Captain Brian Waugh says the mission of the task force is simple.
The thing we want to prevent, and not only in Sarpy County but across the entire state, is we want to reduce fatalities as a result of a drunk driver.
Drivers should expect more of a police presence like DUI checkpoints, as well as high-volume traffic stops known as saturation patrols. But the new task force is more than enforcement.
You're also going to see a combined effort with Mothers Against Drunk Driving and Project Extra Mile for an education and prevention piece.
Assisting law enforcement with prevention are the educational efforts of community partners like Project Extra Mile. For example, setting up a discussion here at the La Vista Police Department between members of the task force and the Omaha City Prosecutor's Office. Executive Director Nikki Carrott says preventing alcohol-related deaths cannot rest solely on law enforcement.
We're encouraging officers and training them how to take the next steps to identify the source of the alcohol, where it came from, because we know that the majority of alcohol that youth consume comes from adults in our community.
Carrott says the sad thing about alcohol-related tragedies are that they are 100% preventable. But on the other hand, some trends have been good.
But we can't stop now. Even one tragedy, one loss of life from a young person from underage drinking is too many. So we know that our efforts are working, and we just need to continue to be vigilant.
For the Omaha News, I'm Matt Barrows.
Last year, Nebraska had more than 1,700 accidents related to drunk driving. As a result, 78 people were killed and over 1,100 were injured. Police say that after just one drink, a person's judgment can be impaired, which is why having a plan on how you're getting home before that first drink can make all the difference.
Sam?
Thank you, Matt.
Blair police are searching for a man who robbed a Lincoln Federal Savings Bank Tuesday afternoon. The suspect was wearing a Kansas City Chiefs baseball cap, a white t-shirt and a Ford logo, and faded denim jeans. Investigators say the man was unarmed and fled on foot. If you could help identify him, contact Blair officials at 402-267-4747.
After the break, we'll show you how Omaha has helped bring a New Yorker's dream to life. Our reporters take a look into the relationships that have formed along the way.
If you're on the corner of 10th and Pacific, look out for the big blue doors. Stay tuned as our reporters reveal what lies behind them. You're watching the Omaha News.
Watch ICU Learning English on the Knowledge Network.
KVNO was in a really interesting place. This Victorian mansion near UNO.
3 floors. The studios were on the 3rd floor.
Bedrooms and bathrooms. So we had a challenge, but we ultimately ended up with an on-air studio.
We soundproofed it with carpet, and actually I think it sounded really warm, very radio friendly.
There were also rumors that the 3rd floor was haunted. Those were the maid's chambers, as we were told.
Well, I had a sink in the office and leaded glass windows which looked out on the stable house in the back.
One colleague talking about having the window open one day, a warm spring or fall day, and a squirrel jumping through the window onto a turntable.
It was a great place, a great ambiance for a fine arts station.
It definitely had a charm to it.
But about how you're feeling right now. One thing you would like our viewers to know about this state.
The importance of volunteerism.
What are you saying to folks?
I'm here to discuss these images.
When you can take that knowledge and that expertise and that passion in terms that they're all going to understand.
They need to know the real stories.
I'm Kathy Wyatt. Join us for Consider This each week on NET1.
NET Television expands your mind, enlightens your mind, inspires your mind, educates your mind, entertains your mind. NET Television opens up new worlds to you. Explore, travel, learn, discuss, debate. NET Television keeps you informed. Music, theater, dance, art, news. NET Television awakens your dreams, seeks to serve, strengthens our communities. We are Nebraskans. We are NET Television, Nebraska's PBS station.
You're watching the Omaha News.
Crossroads Mall may not be the first place in mind for opening a business, but this native New Yorker has seen his lifelong dream come true in the unlikeliest of places with the most likely person beside him. The Crossroads Mall has been long neglected.
I love it, the Crossroads.
But Gordon Cantiello is an unusual find. Almost all his storefronts are closed, as they have been for years. Still, Cantiello says it's the perfect location for his new cabaret-style theater.
I love the location. I mean, where else could you have your name, your company name on a big billboard outside with thousands and thousands of people driving by a day?
The dream that was part, or the Performing Artists Repertory Theater, has become a reality for the renowned theater veteran. Up until now, Cantiello has hosted performances anywhere a stage and some lights could be found.
We'd never had a location.
Cantiello and crew are already well into their showing of the theater's inaugural show, Lady Day at Emerson's Bar and Grill. Part of that crew is Tiffany White-Welchin, the show's lone performer. Tiffany credits Cantiello for sparking her interest in theater way back when.
It wasn't a lot of African-American females there, and I didn't know where I fit.
Cantiello and White-Welchin's relationship goes way back to Duchesne Academy, where Cantiello taught theater to a young Tiffany. Crossroads Mall might not have withstood the test of time, but the relationship between Gordon and Tiffany is still going strong 30 years later.
There's only certain times where you know for sure that people are supposed to be met in your life, and I know that he was supposed to be in my life.
Now, Tiffany acknowledges that with the student-teacher role her and Gordon have, she will do whatever Gordon says even this many years later. For more information on PART or to purchase tickets to an upcoming show, visit www.performingartistsrepertorytheater.org or call 402-706-0778.
UNO's men's hockey team enters the season ranked 10th in the nation, according to the U.S. College Hockey Online's preseason poll. This is the team's highest preseason ranking in college history. The puck drops for the Mavs season October 9th and 10th at the Minnesota State. A splash of the bright blue has hit the downtown theater scene. As Michael Halula explains, what's old is new again.
The Blue Barn Theater has opened the big blue doors of its new home at the corner of 10th and Pacific. Over a year after they first broke ground, the new facility is ready to host the renowned theater's 27th season. Even in this exciting new era for the Blue Barn, the dramatic change in venue has been quite the adjustment for artistic director Susan C. Tober.
It's definitely a big change for us. But it is, we're still learning how to turn lights on and sound and things like that, but we love it. We love our new space.
The new $5 million building came into being as a result of a land donation from philanthropist Nancy Mammal and gifts directed toward a $7 million capital campaign. And this new structure will be but the catalyst for a larger redevelopment effort aimed at rejuvenating the historic South 10th Street corridor. This effort will also include new retail stores, restaurants, and apartments in the area. But as Tober elaborates, the theater has always been on the vanguard in the Omaha Metro.
Well, we give and have been for 27 years bringing stories on our stage and producing stories on our stage that nobody else does in this town.
For the Omaha News, I'm Michael Halula.
The Blue Barn will be performing Jordan Harrison's The Grown Up through October 18th. For more information, you can contact the box office at 402-345-1576.
An Omaha duo has made it a habit to see a lunar eclipse together. Stay tuned after the break to recap their experience.
Also, Omaha is hosting the Lincoln No Coast Derby Girls as they take their first steps in a Division I tournament.
To go above.
It was something new.
Or reach beyond.
Oh my gosh, it's fantastic.
When you want to peer inside.
There's something wrong here. This isn't normal.
It would seem almost impossible. Or push the limit.
Large tornado! It's humongous! We need to get out now!
When you want to dive deep.
These divers are like astronauts.
Our human nature is to push into places that we don't know about.
Or go to the edge.
There are other worlds out there.
We don't know exactly what we're going to find.
When you want to find new frontiers.
I was truly astonished.
You just don't ever know.
Nova.
Wednesdays on NET1.
The University of Nebraska at Omaha is a place for tomorrow's leaders. A place where individuals converge on a path to success, getting the attention and direction they need as they begin their career. It's where students take pride in serving Omaha, a city we've invested in for more than 100 years. UNO is a place where greatness begins. The University of Nebraska at Omaha.
Normally, Sunday evenings are usually spent catching up on much-needed sleep for the upcoming work week. Waverly Monroe shows us why some in the metro stayed up past their bedtime.
We've watched them together up to this point, so we're watching this final one.
Leah Hoynes and Janice Palmer are Experience Phenomena viewers.
We've been looking forward to it.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, we wanted to see all four of them. We missed one out of necessity, but we've seen the others together.
The two, along with many others in the metro, came out to see the blood supermoon lunar eclipse.
This type of eclipse has more than just one natural occurrence. It was a full moon and was closer in orbit than normal. Then there was the total lunar eclipse, which gave off a reddish tint, hence the name supermoon. The last time anyone has seen this rare occasion was over 30 years ago. While Hoynes and Palmer planned ahead of time, others like Vivian Marmela had to make time in their schedule.
It was in my agenda, but I just needed my reminder because I almost forget it. So I was like, okay, I'm good for coming.
UNO opened the planetarium and the observatory to the public for the special viewing of the lunar eclipse.
While some were busy finding the perfect shot, others picked a spot in the grass to view the lunar phenomena. The observatory had places to sit and view the supermoon. There was also live streaming of the moon from around the globe. UNO also had telescopes out for people to view the event close up. Others brought their own cameras. For the Omaha News, I'm Waverly Monroe.
The supermoon peaked just after 9 p.m. on Sunday evening. The whole eclipse lasted about 72 minutes.
Omaha South High School Magnet School Marching Band has reached its first fundraising goal of $28,000, which will help them get to Washington, D.C.'s Memorial Day Parade. The marching band's director created a GoFundMe account asking for donations to help lower the cost for the students to march in May. The students have set a new goal for themselves of $30,250. You can find more information on the Facebook page of the marching band.
Roll on over to Ralston Arena because the Lincoln No Coast Derby girls are embarking into the Division I WFTDA tournament as the number 10 seed. Reporter Layla Ashuri spent the evening getting to know the team and its fans.
It's a little too quiet on the grounds of Ralston Arena, but later tonight the area is preparing for something big, as the city of Ralston will be welcoming the No Coast Roller Derby girls and teams from all over.
With the tournament coming up, the No Coast Derby girls hope their ties to Ralston Arena will give them a slight advantage.
We've actually played the Omaha team at Ralston before.
The last 5 years have finally paid off for Coach Yui Ross, as she takes her team into the tournament as the number 10 seed.
I'm really excited about the tournament. It's great because it's an international tournament. We're going to have teams from Canada and from Helsinki, and so it's just amazing to see how fast Derby is growing worldwide, so I'm really excited about it.
Even Omaha Derby Girl fan Jenny Van Lenningham will be watching the Lincoln team throughout the tournament.
Show some aggressiveness, playing really hard, work as a team, unite. I think with that they would probably take the whole tournament.
Coach Ross agrees that unity will be the key to success.
A team has the edge over the other team when they play together and depend on each other and really trust each other. That's what we're working toward.
For the Omaha News, I'm Layla Ashuri.
The No Coast girls take on Team Helsinki from Finland in the first round on Friday at 10 a.m.
That does it for this week's edition of the Omaha News. We'll be back next week for new stories.
Join us live at the Baxter Arena dedication ceremony next week on October 7th. I'm Sam Murphy.
And I'm Morelli Villard. From all of us here on the Omaha News, thank you and have a good night.
UNO Television gives students a chance to work in a real studio. Working on the TV crew, students get hands-on experience with lights, camera, and action. Working on a variety of shows gives students a leg up looking for jobs. In fact, many former crew members work at local stations. It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience for students to learn the science and art of TV production. UNO TV, student crew, professional staff, award-winning results.
When will you look deep into space?
When will you travel back in time? When will you experience the power of red? When? Anytime. Online at video.netnebraska.org. Search, select, and share with the NET Video Player. Watch our shows on your schedule.